Hello everyone. So I'm back with another very interesting video for you guys. Now, so far you guys might have seen a lot of 10-minute concept video on which I might have covered numerous topics. But today's topic is something different. And today I'm going to talk about IELTS tips you must know before you appear for your examination. Now, there are multiple things that you need to make sure whenever you are going to appear for your IELTS examination. Starting off with your preparation, the way of the dedication that you want, and the kind of concept that you need to understand, the grab on the language, and many more. Considering each and every aspect of it, I'm here to help you out and how you are going to ace this examination. It's something that I am taking the responsibility of you guys. So let's move ahead and let's understand how we are going to deal with it. The very first topic that I would like to cover over here is the examiner doesn't know what came before or after. So basically, if I'm talking about the speaking portion of yours, then it is in speaking and writing test, the examiner only assesses what is in front of them, of course. So if you are aware of the fact that the examiners are not allowed to interrupt in between. They are not allowed to interrupt in between whenever you are speaking up your answers. So it's important for you to make sure how you are coming up with your answers. So he doesn't have to do anything with what are you speaking. I mean, what the content are you delivering, how your ideation is, whether your ideation is good or not. So yes, there are multiple aspects that you need to make sure. Now moving on, don't try to build up to your best points later. Start strong and maintain quality. Your first paragraph or your first few seconds matters a lot. So you don't have to maintain an image. एक इमेज नहीं मेंटेन करनी है एग्जामिनर के सामने. इमेज मेंटेन करने से आपको कोई मार्क्स नहीं मिलने वाले. मिलने क्या वाले? How you are going to come up with your answers? It has been said na, present में जियो. So जियो. This is how you have to be. So जब when I say that your answer should be strong, मेरा मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप one of the best ideation लेकर आओ, one of the best grammatical concept लेकर आओ, एकदम once in a blue moon or like rare vocab lekar aao. This is not something what I mean when I say that you have to perform your best. When I say that you have to perform your best, I mean make sure take a grounded idea. Frame the sentences in such a manner कि without any effort सामने वाले इंसान को then and there समझ में आ जाए कि what were your intention or what are your intention that you are willing to deliver. I hope now I'm clear. Moving on, don't try to build up to your best point later. Start strong. So ऐसा नहीं कि this part I'm going to keep for the last and this part I'm going to keep for the middle or I should start off with minimal. Don't do it. Start strong. Make sure whatever the examiner is listening, it should make sense to him or her. It should make sense. The entire concept should make sense, and that is only possible अगर आप एक good understanding and simple words लोगे with a right framing of the sentence. I think there you're going to get your, concept built. Moving on, the next thing is, if I'm going to talk about pre-learn flexible ideas and not full essays in writing portion. Don't memorize essays. Examiner can spot them instantly. So there are two things. देखो, whenever you prepare yourself for speaking, हम usually आपको recommend करते हैं कि, for example, if you want to repeat the question, I mean, for example, the question, the examiner asks you the question, do you like gardening? And you have to say, well, I don't really like gardening. So what you did? You've just repeated the question that the examiner has said. But what you have to do is you have to paraphrase the answer and come up with flexibility. Well, I'm really not into much in gardening. Now, this sounds a bit different than what the examiner has asked you. These are certain pointers that you have to maintain in you whenever you are working for your essay writings. Similarly, instead prepare 5 to 6 versatile ideas that you can adapt to multiple topics. For example, AI globalization, education inequality. AI globalization, education inequality. Again, I'm not going to make you confine to these topic only, but you can move on and explore other topics as well, if you can. These become your Lego blocks for task 2 as well. So this task 2 idea is to make sure you explore multiple content that is there. The multiple categories that you can expect questions on. Multiple topic specific vocabulary that you can expect your questions on. That's how you are going to ace this particular question type. You don't have to grab everything that comes to your way. You don't have to grab every book. You don't have to grab each and every idea that comes to your way. The only thing that matters is how you are dealing with the quality development and the quality presentation, right? Moving on. Speaking, don't be too polite or formal. Being very formal is going to lead, it's going to make examiner think that you're way too formal to answer this question. You don't have to be. You have to be neutral in speaking. You have to maintain a decency with a sense of respect, at the same time presenting your ideas with emotion and enthusiasm. So, many test takers use robotic formal languages, like in my humble opinion, to be perfectly honest, and there are a lot of students who come up with like, thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity to come up with this. Don't do it. You will not be in a profit after saying these lines, because this only going to make examiner think that you are being way too formal, which is not required. And you don't have to be way too casual to the examiner as well, so that you can use all those slangs that you use on daily language, on a daily life. It has to be very much clear on how you're going to develop your answer and you're going to present it. Okay? Moving on. The next thing is, IELTS speaking is a semi-formal conversation, not an interview. So semi-formal means a bit of a neutral conversation and definitely not an interview. Okay? Moving on. Don't be too polite or formal. We have done this. Now moving on. You don't need to finish all reading, listening questions to get band 8. These sections are not graded by completion but by accuracy. Sections like speaking and writing might be graded for completion, but listening and reading are not graded for basically the completion, but they are based on accuracy. However, like how many marks you are getting in out of 40, that's going to decide your band score, and not whether or not you have completed all the questions. Okay? Moving on, leave tough questions and come back if time runs out. Guess, unanswered, O guessed, maybe 0 guessed, maybe 1. So I would rather say that attempt all questions, but make sure to keep accuracy as a top-notch priority. Okay? Now, moving on. Task 1 is data, message and meaning. Now, what exactly it is? Don't just list numbers of features. For writing task 1, academic structure it like this. Data, sales rose to 500 units in July. The message goes is, this is what the highest point of the year is. And the meaning that we get is, this may reflect seasonal demand. So basically, your answer should cater to the entire meaning and should be very precise and not just a formal sentence that is going through. Okay? Twist the question, not the format. Unique ideas stand out, but your structure shouldn't be creative. Keep the format simple and classic, but insert an unexpected angle or counter example in the body. So there are multiple things that you have to make sure whenever you're catering to the entire IELTS module. Moving on, fluency is equal to speed. So fluency is not equal to speed. Whenever you speak, fluency is all about how you speak correctly, but not how you speak in speed. So speed is different, fluency is different. In speaking, many candidates speak fast to sound fluent, but they ramble. Fluency means flow and not speed. Use pauses naturally like a native. Silence is better than filler like So basically it's better to be silent rather than, going on with complete usage of fillers. Use sentence bundles. Now what is this? Prepare 3 to 4 bundles of academic phrases you can insert anywhere in the writing task too. This raises a broader question of whether a common misconception is that, and one could argue that, yet this overlooks. So these are some of the phrases that you can use. Talking about listening, predict answer type first always. Before you hear the audios, decide the type of the word that answer should be. It can be in the grammatical form, it can be in the vocab form, it can be in the number form, and it can be any of the numerical data form. So here it is. Number, noun, verb, adjective. This primes your brain and reduces blanks from speed. And use question type against the text, especially in reading. Do not read the whole passage. Use true, false, not given and matching heading as scanning tool to relocate your keywords and structures. These tasks become your map, not just questions. And that's all. Thank you so much everyone. Thank you so much for being here in this wonderful session. I hope this is going to help you. And there we go. Here we have completed the entire session. We'll see you guys in the next session. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.